idea is go to school, get a job, work hard, save money, get out of debt, and invest for the long term in the stock market. See, why would you save money when they're printing trillions of dollars? The gap between the 1% and 99% is massive. You see, it's not just money. You have to step back and look at the bigger picture.
So what do you do?
In every one of us is a poor person. There's still a poor person inside me. There's also a middle class person, and the middle class persons want security. They want that steady paycheck. And there's a rich person. And they're all inside of us, except that it's not taught. You're taught to go to school, get a job, and get a paycheck. You're not taught to how to get rich. If you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, my rich dad refused to pay me. He said the paycheck was one of the most damaging things you could take in your life. He says the moment you take a paycheck, you're an employee, and that's the mindset. So my rich dad never paid me. It drove my poor dad, government employee, nuts. You gotta pay people, you gotta pay people. And Rich Dad was not saying that the paycheck was bad. He says you didn't want to be a slave to money. So as an entrepreneur, if Rich Dad folded, I just started another company. I don't need a paycheck. I don't need anybody to take care of me. If my government doesn't like me, I move to another country because they need entrepreneurs there. So the entrepreneur is not so much the business. The entrepreneur is really the mindset and the skill sets and the different set of rules.
Okay, so this is how you get your money fixed. Number one, never spend it until you get it. Okay, so like if you're in a sales department, this means, all this translates to every department, by the way. This is exactly how I run every department, how we cash flow companies, how we make decisions on when to spend money in advertising. I don't count a deal closed. I don't count money in until the money's in. Right, so until you could sign the deal and these guys are gonna split a suite, I'm like, that shit ain't happened yet. When you guys give me a credit card and it goes through, I'm suspect of yours, sir. Okay. Once it goes through and the money hits my account, then I can spend that money. Everybody agree with that? Okay, I don't spend tomorrow's money. Number two, 40% rule. If you could do this 40% rule that most people just completely don't get. If you got 100% of your money and 40% just for 40% goes to the IRS, our friends over at the IR and the S. Who hates them? Say 10X if you hate the IRS. Oh my God, Democrats and Republicans come together. Okay? 40%, man, if you'll pay them 40%, you should at least pay you 40%. Everybody agree? Everybody in the room's figured out how to pay these people. They don't trust you. That's why they take it out of the check before you can get the check. The law says, I have to withhold from you. They don't trust you, man. You work for me. I have to withhold from you before you get your money. So they get their piece first. That is a good financial decision. I paid them, good. You got to pay Caesar. That's what Jesus said, pay him. Okay, and then what? Then you pay you, okay? And then you live on this. And this is where it becomes difficult. You live on the 20. And you do not change your standard of living until the 20 changes. So I don't rent the Lamborghini. Where's Cody at? Who came up in a Lamborghini the other day at my place? Where's T? Dude, that's stupid, man. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Okay, like it's no big deal. It's just $1,700. But you know what it says to me? Hey, I'm not disciplined with my money. I'm just saying. Like, you got to be disciplined with money. If you cheat on your money, it will cheat on you. You ignore your money, it will ignore you. If you don't take care of it, it won't take care of you. How many believe this? Okay, rich people, as much as you might not like them, yeah, their kids got drug problems, their marriage is falling apart, but people that accumulate a lot of money paid attention to the money. At least they did that part. Unfortunately, they didn't figure out the marriage, they didn't figure out the kids, but that's got nothing to do with money. That's because they didn't take the time to figure out the other games too. So look, this is the game right here. I did not change my level of living until this number changed. I've always paid the IRS. I've been audited 4 times. They can't get anything from me. 4 times. I think they got $1,500 from me on one of the audits. They'll always get something. I mean, you just throw them something. Here. Fetch. Okay? Because they got to have something. The guy's got to go back and say, look, look what I got. I mean, you wasted your time. 3 of them, they got nothing. Okay? And so like, this is what I'm living on. This is how I make my decisions. In the business, this is what I'm doing. I'm like, okay, 40%, if this is a business, 40% goes to the biz, to advertising, to marketing. Spend it all. Okay, I don't. If I got 3 employees and I got a business that the money's coming in, it's just running to me, okay? I'm not keeping that for me to live on. I'm keeping that for the business to live on. Feed the business, feed the beast. How many of you read the book, Be Obsessed or Be Average? It says, feed the beast. That's the beast. Feed the beast, feed the advertising, feed the marketing, okay? And what happens is you end up broke. You can't live down here. So what do you have to do? If you can't live on this, what do you have to do? You got to either lower your standard of living, control your standard of living, or you got to increase that 100%. So, yeah. So you know, you're not out buying Richard Mille watches and Rollses and jets and blah, blah, blah. And Gucci belts. And belts you can't even, you know, you got YL on your belt. That ain't your initials. What are you doing, man? Right? And you're not faking me out. It's not like you're going to fake, it's not like you're tricking somebody with your Gucci shoes. You know, no, everybody, it's not going to get you a meeting. Everybody agree with that? It's just not going to get you anything. Oh, man, you look really good. Yeah, so what? What you got to say? What's your product? What's your offer? How's it solve my problem? That's all I really care about at the end of the day. Okay, number 3. If you can't write it off, this is just a great principle. If you can't write it off, don't buy it. So these are screens. They're little filters.